Hello, everyone. Hope you all are having a great day. Got some outside in my hair. And yeah, happy Monday. Happy start of the day, start of the week. I wanted to post throughout the week, but my Wi Fi was just not Wi Fi at all. I had none. So yeah, but we are back. We are present. We are here in this moment, in reality and non reality, in all things. Have a good day. But we are here, we are present, and we are aligned and ready to go, ready to be here, ready to give you some information that is needed for now until the end of the month, but it can resonate whenever you see it, whenever you click on it, all those good things. I also forgot to say, hello, my name is Satiste. Nice to meet you all. 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 Nice. Um, yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this energy, feeling ready. I wanted to say desperate, but called to this. Um, I felt a little off when I wasn't able to speak and present and talk with you guys essentially. But we're here now. I need to focus on that past. Can't live there. Can't live there. I'm getting a lot of hellos, like hello, nice to meet you, kind of like what I did, but like hello, nice to meet you, nice to meet you. Excited to meet you, glad I got to meet you, but also a lot of that past energy of like goodbye, hope to never see you again, hope to never work with you again, hope to never talk with you again. All these things, yeah. So it's a lot of like the school year I believe did just end, not like just end, but like it did recently end. It's kind of like that energy when a teacher says goodbye to the old students and he gets ready to welcome in the new. You know, very very profound energy here. Yeah, Six of Cups coming out here. Past energy, past emotional energy. So it's kind of that like releasing, letting go, welcoming in for the new, because we're being guided and led from the past and what's happening and what's going on very profoundly. Very, I'm hearing like accessible energy, but um I just got messages from myself. So that can be a sign as well. Getting channeled messages, new direct messages, new thoughts, new alignments, new creativity. And my phone is on D&D because I was literally going to say accessible, but with boundaries. So the fact that I'm getting messages from myself, and my phone's on D&D because I'm recording, is very much a sign of, yeah, you are able to be reached, but you're not able to be reached by everybody. You're not able to be seen or touched or enhanced by everybody. I'm hearing the Beyonce song. No many people I know that they just want to touch you. I was listening to that the other day. Fill up and roll up and touch it. Fill up and roll up and touch it on you. It's like this energy of like, as long as I can get close to them. I'm also seeing that one story is like if I can just touch the hem of his garment, of like the Jesus story. I believe it was Mother Magdalene that did that, or Jezebel. I don't. It was. I know it was a prostitute, um, and she was getting stoned to death. Sad story, but as soon as she says to him, Garden, I believe that's when he tells the story of you are without sin, cast the first stone, and nobody can cast a stone. So it's very much this boundary protecting energy, allowing in new energy that is aligned with you, that is for you, that is present, that is respectful, that is accountable, that is not judging, that is recognizing that in themselves, but removing the old energy that does not serve you, that does not care for or with you in any type of way, shape, or being. And you're just like, okay, I'm letting it go. It's gonna be sad because I got accustomed to it, I got used to it, but this is it's some D&D mode essentially for a lot of things. Use a deck for years, so I have to get a little crump. So it's really much feeling that energy of, yeah, you're moving into something. And I love to say sweet bitter in these moments because that's kind of what I'm getting, is this sweet bitterness that's currently happening where you are recognizing like things are falling away, things are, oh, oh, That I've been trying to crack that for some time. I say, yeah, where things are falling away, and it's a sweetness that you are leading with, but it's leaving a bitter taste in your mouth. It's kind of like, damn, this is really happening. But I love to say it's sweet, bitter, because bittersweet things, kind of leaves that sweet taste in your mouth. This is bitter, sweet, bitter because it had to leave a bitter taste in your mouth so that you don't go back to it so willingly. So that it leaves that presence, that flavoring in your mouth, essentially, of being like, I don't like that lingering flavor. It's like when you taste something like, and then it got an aftertaste, and you're like, It's like that. And Spirit had to do that for you, especially with the Six of Cups. I'm also getting Six of Wands energy. A lot of sixes coming in here. Sixth house, Virgo energy. Again, the Beyonce song of recognizing so much in your life has been open and enlightened. Like, you are not the same. You are so new. You are so changed. It's like a new skin. I'm seeing new muscles. So you could be working out a whole lot more, being more conscious of self more, being more expressive more in what you need. Because if you don't use your muscles, they literally get weak. You have to prepare. That's why when they come back down from space, again, that enlightenment, that message from self. I'm here in Houston, we got a problem. When they bring them back down, they have to adjust to gravity. And I feel like that's currently what's going on with you right now. You're going through space camp, essentially. And I said that along in my last reading about camp, a summer camp. But yeah, you're going through a space camp. Yeah, Three of Cups. I wanted to say Three of Cups coming here. There's something to celebrate with this. A lot of emotional release that's happening here for you in your life. A lot of emotional clarity that's coming in. A lot of rejoice and opening this person with the kind of the gut, the beer belly that's sticking out to me. And it reminds me of when you are full, not stuffed, but full. Your belly kind of protrudes because it is satisfied. It has a hang to it. In older times and Renaissance times and things of that sort, it was a sense of your belly's big. Obviously, you can feed yourself. You're very well off. King Henry. That was right here. I got and all those things, but you are very well off because obviously you can eat meats and cheeses and produce and all these things, even though they kind of didn't really eat produce because they feel like that was a poor person food. But you're becoming more abundant and plentiful in your life, and your emotional capabilities and the healing of it and the balance of it and the restoration of it and the growth of it. Spirit had to leave that taste in your mouth because it's what you've been wanting and lingering for, which is crazy because it looks like these two people, right? These two little puppets, which the kids are at a puppet show. That's the kind of the background of the card in the book. It looks like they're here and they're celebrating. I'm seeing Jonah in the well, but they're coming out of this big fish's mouth. I'm also thinking about tuna. Tuna can get really big, and you always see it in like a can, and it seems very small. I know I feel like I'm going all over the place, and I'm so sorry. So stick with me. But tuna can sometimes be in a can. It's very easily accessible. Everybody can go to, you can go to the dollar store and get it. That's what my cat eats. The tuna. So it's easily accessible. But when you think about how tuna really has to be caught, you recognize it really isn't. It's not an easy fish to catch. And they can get really big, really fucking huge. I think one of the biggest tunas sold for like $1 million plus. So something sometimes that can seem, small, or this transition that's like, okay, like it's in a can, like it ain't much. You recognize like, no, this is really a lot. And you're noticing that with your power, with your emotional maturity, you're noticing that with your downloads, your clarity, the backstory. I'm hearing the backlog, the recognition, again, leading back to those sixes, the reflection is leading something. It may have seemed small or minute, or hey, I just seen a butterfly. And then later on, you get a really strong message like, that's why I seen the butterfly. It's these things that you are slowly becoming more and more connected to that are very easily accessible to some people, but they're not. They're really not. it is because you are now in this open mode, in this new mode, in this new light, in this new energy. It's like you took shrooms. If anybody's ever taken shrooms, it's almost like you took shrooms and you're seeing things in a new way. You're feeling things in a new way, in a new sensation. And it had to be changed. It changes and alters your mind. It revamps you to something else, to something new. And it is really that strong energy that is very profound in so many senses because it's like, wow, holy shit. There is a lot for me to celebrate. There is a lot for me to go through. Um, Somebody that deals with, chronic paranoid depression and DID and a whole lot of things mentally, when you are feeling that mental clarity, okay, when you're feeling that mental healing and all those things, it is very amazing to recognize and to sense in itself because you know the difference. And I'm feeling like you're starting to understand and know the difference. You're recognizing what you are called to, what you want to do, and you're actively doing it, and that is leading people to you in your life to really help you digest these things. Because, like I said, it's a sweet, bitter taste in your mouth. And it's turning bittersweet. It's like sucking on a sour candy. Yeah. Ten of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. You're releasing so many burdens. You're getting so many downloads. I'm hearing so many replays. Put you on repeat, play you everywhere I go. I'm getting so many channel music. Everywhere I go, play you everywhere I go. But it's the way I'm seeing it though, it's like you're singing it to yourself. Like I said, I got a message from myself. It's like I'm seeing somebody sitting at a dinner table. It's set and adorned with jewels and beads and shells and pearls and flowers, and there's like animals around, and it's in the grassy field, but there's like no flies or ants everywhere. It's very serene and calm, and there's like a golden glass plate almost that I'm seeing for both people, and these goblets almost that are filled with very sweet, sweet wine. And I'm seeing you there and your higher self sitting right across from you. And it's like you guys are continuously talking with each other, meeting with each other. It's like you guys are like, okay, so this is what I got. Okay, well let me see that. And then it's like you guys are exchanging information. It's like this connection that you have with your higher self has become even more strong and even more strengthened because of the physical burdens that you have allowed yourself to realize and release. Like, I'm not without sin, I can't cast no stones, and I'm not gonna take anybody else's stones that they cast on me. And you're seeing that in such a true light because it is allowing you to pull really into this Queen of Pentacles energy, this Capricorn energy, this ending energy, this masculine father, cardinal, starting something, being present and knowing how to put it together in a diligent, progressive way that allows you to still be there and present for others. There's somebody in every single one of these except for the burdens. There's people celebrating the Six of Cups, people celebrating in the Three of Cups, people around the Queen of Pentacles, And again, she has that, her belly's kind of big and her butt is big too. And butts are usually shown for being able to bear children. So you could be wanting children, have children, or bearing ideas. People forget that ideas are children's too. They are things that you have to give birth to, speak life into, speak energy into. And so you're really doing that in a way that is necessary. Yeah, Five of Cups, that's what I first put out as well. It is really you're stepping into removing who and what isn't for you, and you're recognizing kind of the energy that they leave behind. It's like a trail of energy being left behind. I think it was like the 2-sentence short stories or I believe it was that, or it was a movie I was watching, I don't know, around Halloween time, I believe last year. And it's like a dude can see the energy coming out of people like these aliens or something, or these big black things. and it was just people that were really in a trance. And I'm feeling like you're able to see that in people, like you're getting more enhanced gifts, spiritual powers, and enlightenments because you're tapping into that more sense of self. You're listening to self more. You're recognizing your own voice more. And you're like, this is me. This is my voice. This is I'm here. That's me in my head. That's me in my heart. That's me in these actions. That's me in these urges. That's okay, this is aligning with me. That's me having this conversation with this person. That's me seeing myself at this shop. That's me being able to truly see that because I recognize that I can truly have what I deserve. I don't need to be around certain situations, things, or places. Okay, certain things, situations, or places because I'm pregnant with ideas, and it's funny because the fish is right on top of the Queen of Pentacles and it has children under it. And if you know anything, I literally got to tell my sister, and that's how she found out she's pregnant. I was like, actually, the fishes. And she found out she's pregnant, but that is in Black culture, you dream of fishes, somebody's pregnant. And that has been tried and true in my family for as long as I can remember. And so I feel like you are really pregnant with these ideas and you're anticipating it now. It's causing a little bit of that like jitteriness. It's like this isn't anxiety. Anxiety is a different type of feeling. This is something where I'm anticipating it. I'm moving with it. I'm allowing it to really feed my soul. And the fact that it's right at the gut. And the moon is literally blowing into it, blowing life into it. And you typically don't see that in plants. There are some plants that grow in the dark or that bloom in the dark, but it's typically not seen. I guess, yeah, again, typically not seen. It's typically not done. Something that seems like it's accessible, but isn't truly accessible. In itself, it's like, oh shit, like, okay, I thought it was, but it's not. It really is not. You are creating something that is blessed by your intuition, blessed by your guides, your ancestors. God has the hands over it. You have conquered and defeated it. And you know what's crazy is it looks like this person's face is on this person's back. You're wearing your old skin like a badge of honor because that's what a lot of, tribes and people do. They wear it as their own protection, from winter elements and things of that sort. After they bless, they use every part of the animal. And they allow that in, but it also is, again, a protection from the elements. You're using your past self, again, that Six of Cups energy, the reflection, the revising, the healing, the screaming, the crying, the silence, the everything. And you're like, that, I wear that. I'm not ashamed of it. If you are without sin, if you are without mistakes, if you are without doubt, if you're without all this fear, let you cast this stone. You can't. And even if you wanted to, I am protected. You are so protected and divinely aligned in this life. I'm hearing in this afterlife as well. People feel like you have been easily accessible because of how affluential and giving you are and how much you know and provide. I'm feeling this card. What did I say? I feel the Six of Wands energy. I literally could have chose all these other cards on top, and I said, no, I feel this card. You're feeling this metamorphosis, this change, this rebirth, this renewal. Again, there's people in every single essence of your newness. Even in the Three of Wands, the moon is right there. Your old self is right there. Your old and your higher self, like I said, it's like you're having a sit down, a dinner, a meal at a banquet. I'm seeing your younger self running around, but you're not stopping it because you're like, that's what younger people do. I'm seeing your older self cooking something, but they give them little tidbits of wisdom like, hey, if a hit dog gonna holler and you didn't even throw the shoe at it, baby, you know what that means. It got in the way. Just like, what the hell? But it's because you have really opened up so many portals inside of yourself, inside of your life, inside of your dreams and essences, inside of your home. You know, you can create portals in your home. You can create temples in your home, and you're recognizing that, and you're doing that. I'm hearing with gusto, with vigor, with strength, with compassion, with joy, with confusion, with truth. You know, you're doing it so profoundly, and you're professing it in a way that is magnified, that is very much magnified. Yeah, King of Pentacles, Taurus energy, second house energy, that queen, that king, that regal energy, that knowing of self energy, that I was put into this place. And this, most monarchies are lineage passed down, right? You know, it stays within the family. Sadly, a little too much for some people, but you know what I mean? It stays within the family. And so this feels like ancestral gifts. This feels like divine gifts, divine abundance. You got two earth signs coming here. And I'm feeling that sixth energy, Virgo energy, very rooted, grounded, sure of self, sure of what is going to happen in the material world, but not stressing over it at all, not deeming it as the be all end all. Because this is somebody that is proficient, that is business know-how proficient, that is understanding what and how to share their money, invest their money, keep it, all these things. I felt a sneeze. It went away. It went away. You are somebody that is not going to become, is going to seem like you're easily accessible because some people are so used to just being able to call you, being able to reach out to you, and you just come, but you're recognizing I can't and I won't do that anymore. I'm going to be easily accessible to what is aligned with me, to what is going to help me prosper, help me grow, and help me love on myself more, that is willing to receive all of me, because that's what I want to do with other people in my life. I mean, you're building your own disciples, you're building your own temples, you're building your own legends, your own stories. Ooh, Ashe. Ooh, Ashe. We got the Tower coming out here, right on top of the Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, it is a sweet, bitter moment. It had to leave that taste in your mouth so that way you weren't so willing to go back to those things, to those people, to that mindset, to that action. The last time I tried, to end my life, Spirit didn't even put that energy. It was just this thought, this overwhelming feeling almost in my nervous system. I had set the date, was packing up everything, getting ready, writing out the letter, just getting prepared. Even that are going to end their life, get prepared. But Spirit couldn't put that energy in my body. Typically, it overwhelms every part of me, my mind, my body, my soul, my environment, everything. And Spirit was like, your manifestations are working too well. Your faith is working too well. Your power is working too well. Your emotions are really just taking you for a ride right now. That's why you're thinking this way. That's why you feel like you feel this way. Slow down. Slow down. Grab the wall. Oh, gas pedal. It was speeding up for me. But Spirit, literally the energy, the spirit inside of my body, couldn't even feel it. It was like Spirit was fighting with it. And they won. Obviously, I'm here. It won. It was literally going at that war with itself. But again, it's that communication with self. I was recognizing my own voice. I was like, no. So I said no. No. And some people are so protected. I'm one of those people, and I'm getting more comfortable with saying that I have tried from probably the age of like 10 to take myself out in so many ways, and to not treat myself in a way that is loving or kind, at all. Continuously learning, development, and growing in that, and healing in that, and speaking life into other people as much as I speak into myself. But anytime I try, I would take handfuls of pills, bottles, and I would just be asleep. And I did. And I was expecting to not wake up, but wake up somewhere else. And I would just hear my annoying ass siblings or something, or get ready. And it's just like, what the fuck? Did I not do enough? You know? Sometimes it would just back me up. So, like back up that, system. Or sometimes, have to go to the mental hospital, get checked in, go to therapy, all these things. But it was a way of them like, you're not leaving until we say you can leave. You have too much to do. And that's when I also realized as I got older, and I continue to get older and wiser, okay, let's start saying, and recognizing that, I'm realizing there is a lot of things that I was way too accessible for. People thought I was like a can of tuna. I was easy to get, easy to catch, easily buyable. But they don't know. Going out on those boats for years, you gotta be on those boats for years. Years to catch fish. They can go insane. They can get sick. They're away from their families. All these things, the ocean, the water, all of it, just to catch fish. Because it is not something just because you feel like it's easily purchasable that it's easy to get. No, you're going to have to fight for this. And Spirit is saying people are going to have to fight, for this. And it's not like they're going to actually have to fight, but it's like they're going to really have to show up as themselves if they want to show up around you and be around you. Opportunities are going to have to show up correct. Give me the right pay. Give me the correct contract. Give me the right energy. Give me the right time slots. You're recognizing, I'm not just accepting things just to accept things. You got the High Priestess right on top of the Ten of Wands, that Taurus energy coming in again, second house energy. In order for Taurus to really get that wealth they are known for, they have to know and recognize themselves. They're about self-worth. Taurus is, because Aries is the body, they're about self-worth within your body, how you view yourself, how you project your energy essentially into other people. Do you recognize? So you're recognizing, okay, if I release these burdens that aren't even necessarily my own burdens that I should be worried about, or things that I can't handle, that's where the knowledge comes in, the wisdom comes in. We got the Two of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. Doesn't feel like it's at a standpoint, at a long awaited time period. But that's because you have to get, again, has to be set in a foundation that is rooted. So rooted in the ground. So rooted in the ground. It's like that old story of like, if you dig all the way in America, you'll end up in China. It's like, that's how rooted you are. You can touch another hemisphere in the earth. That's how rooted your energy is. That's how strong your energy is. And that's why people are like, oh, we just see you here. No, baby, you don't know how far reach, how far go. You have no idea. We got Queen of Cups, Cancerian energy, and the Nine of Cups coming here. Like I said, you're recognizing that your emotions are not the roller coaster that people say that they are. It is that ocean that ebbs and that flows. That sometimes got to clean and purge out, that washing up. You're still, again, that caring, compassionate, loving, nurturing energy. You're just being more decisive, which is definitely where that Queen of Cups is, being more decisive. That King of Pentacles, being more decisive. That Three of Wands, being more decisive with your alignment and your energy and where and how far it can and will take you. So that way you can get your wishes, you can get your manifestations, you can get your abundance. It reminds me of the song, I think it's Bloom by Doechii. where they're like, I feel like I'm, not doing, or I'm lacking in life for something, or I'm not doing enough in my life. I gotta pay bills, and I gotta make time for my friends, and I gotta make time for myself, and I gotta do this. And the mom's like, no, no, we all have 24 hours in a day. We do what we can with it, and the rest, yeah, we gotta let it go. And that's what I have to not hold on to so much. I have to let it go. You're getting those messages, those conversations. I'm hearing that as much as you heed the warnings, especially with this Tower card coming out, you're able to heed the blessings. 4 swords and 4 wands. 8 energy, abundance energy, Scorpio energy, that mystic shadow diving into the depths energy. Somebody that has Scorpio in, 8th house energy in my sun, moon, and Mercury, and in Pluto, which Pluto is death, ruled by Scorpio. It takes you through, and it is recognizing that it has to take you through. You can be rejuvenated, recharged, rebirthed. It's almost like they're waiting for you to pop out. Like, hey, we're waiting for you to blossom. We seen that you've been buried. Went to the cemetery recently and just sat there. It's that type of calming energy. We're able to feel so much, but release so much at the same time. Where death and life truly meet each other. You are opening yourself to so much more, but not allowing so much more to be open to you. And that is power in itself. A lot of queen energy. Queen of Wands, confident, sure of self, tapping into all of it. Recognizing that. Knight of Pentacles. You're recognizing so much inside of you. It's like, damn, I was limiting myself only to this flesh, but this flesh changes with time too. That Tower moment is the destruction of what is turning that sweetness into bitterness, is leaving that aftertaste in your mouth. Truly leaving that aftertaste in your mouth. It is really, truly shifting you into a way and a light of thinking, of being like, okay, I'm really developing something. I'm walking my own path. I can choose my own friends. I can choose my own job. I can choose where I live. I can choose who I love. I can choose what I eat. I can choose, all these things. I have so much to choose, so much to decide, so much to live and do for. Sometimes you gotta say, Spirit, show me why life is worth living so I can continuously do so. You're okay with those thoughts, those energies, and those emotions, because now you're recognizing that, okay, it's just something that comes. Kind of washes over me like a shower, but I cannot wish dry off. So recognize that, love on yourself with that, hold that in, and keep that in proximity to you. Continue to have dinner with your higher self, your younger self, your older self, all of it. Because that voice you're hearing, that connection you're hearing, that growth you're hearing is profound and it's leading you somewhere. And it has been leading you somewhere. So ride it. All right. I love you guys. I'm Mac. And until next time.